Recorded Books and One-Click Digital present The Wangs vs. the World by Jade Chang. Narrated by Nancy Wu. Chapter 1. Bel-Air, California. Charles Wang was mad at America. Actually, Charles Wang was mad at history. If the death-bent Japanese had never invaded China, if a billion misguided students and serfs had never idolized a balding academic who parroted Russian madmen and couldn't pay for his promises, then Charles wouldn't be standing here, staring out the window of his beloved Bel-Air home, holding an aspirin in his hand, waiting for those calculating assholes from the bank. The bank that had once gotten down on its Italianate marble knees and kissed his ass, to come over and repossess his life. Without history, he wouldn't be here at all. He'd be there, living out his unseen birthright on his family's ancestral acres, a pampered prince in silk robes, writing naughty, brilliant poems, teasing servant girls, collecting tithes from his peasants, and making them thankful by leaving their tattered households with just enough grain to squeeze out more hungry babies. Instead, the world that should have been his fell apart, and the great belly of Asia tumbled and roiled with a noxious foreign indigestion that spewed him out, bouncing him hard on the tropical joke of Taiwan, and then, when he popped right back up, belching him all the way across the vast Pacific Ocean and smearing him onto this faceless green country full of grasping newcomers, right alongside his unclaimed countrymen, the poor, illiterate, ball-scratching half-men from Canton and Fujian, whose highest dreams were a cook's apron and a back-alley backdoor fuck. Oh, it shouldn't have been vulgar. Charles Wang shouldn't even know about the things that happen on dirt-packed floors and under-stained sheets. Centuries of illustrious ancestors, scholars and statesmen and gentlemen farmers all, had bred him for fragrant teas unfurling in fresh spring water, for calligraphy brushes of white wolf hair dipped in black deer glue ink, for light-hearted games of chance played among true friends. Not this. No, not this. Not for him, bastardized Peking duck eaten next to a table full of wannabe rappers and their short, chubby, colored contact-wearing Filipino girlfriends at Mr. Chow. Not for him, shoulder-to-shoulder art openings where he sweated through the collar of his paper-thin cashmere sweater and stared at some sawed-in half-animal floating in formaldehyde, whose guts didn't even have the courtesy to leak. Not for him, white women who wore silver chopsticks in their hair and smiled at him for approval. Nothing in his long lineage had prepared him for the Western worship of the Dalai Lama and pop stars wearing jade prayer beads, and everyone drinking goddamn boba chai. He shouldn't be here at all. Never should have set a single unbound foot on the New World. There was no arguing it. History had started fucking Charles Wang, and America had finished the job. America was the worst part of it, because America, that fickle bitch, used to love Charles Wang. She had given him this house, a beautiful Georgian estate once owned by a minor MGM starlet married to a studio lawyer who made his real money running guns for Mickey Cohen. At least that's what Charles told his guests whenever he toured them around the place, pointing out the hidden crawl space in the wine cellar and the bullet hole in the living room's diamond-paned window. "Italians don't have nothing on gangster Jews," he'd say, stroking the mezuzah that he'd left up on the doorway. "No hell in the Old Testament." Then he'd lead his guests outside, down the symmetrical rows of topiaries, and along the neat swirls of Madame Louis Lévesque roses, until he could arrange the group in front of a bowing lawn jockey whose grinning black face had been tactfully painted over in a shiny pink. He'd gesture towards it, one eyebrow arched as he told them that the man who designed this house destined to become the Wang family estate, had been Paul Williams, the first black architect in the city. The guy had built Frank Sinatra's house. He'd built that ridiculous restaurant
Sample complete. Ready to continue?